So the latest press release regarding the upcoming new season or series of Pokemon is very controversial, and honestly, it's a huge change for Pokemon in the, I don't know how many years it's been going on, probably what, I want to say 20 years that it's been going on, since like 96 I think it launched or whatever. This is the biggest change that the anime at the very least has done in all those years, because as you know with Pokemon, every season is basically about Ash going to gyms and trying to get badges and stuff like that, or some type of scenario along those lines. It's basically always been an adventure. Pokemon is revamping with the new Sun and Moon anime that's coming out, and it's not gonna be like that, although I'd imagine they'll have something along the lines. Maybe it'll be like the Orange Islands, but at the same time I'm sure they have something to prove, and they probably are doing this as well because of what happened in the Kalos region at the end. Very controversial, in case you ain't seen my video on that. Ash got to the finals, he was in the final round, he was basically looking like he was gonna win, and in the end he took second place at that last competition. Like, he was so close to becoming a Pokemon master. Well, not a master, because still, you know, you gotta challenge the league or whatever, but like, he basically came close to becoming a winner of a fucking tournament for once, and finally, you know, just getting what he deserves. I mean, you've been going for 20 years or whatever, but Pokemon's about to change entirely, and I'm not sure if I personally like it. I mean, again, I'm not a huge religious watcher of Pokemon. Every now and then I'll dash in to see what's going on and stuff like that, because, I mean, it was a huge part of my childhood. I watched it religiously up until, I think, the region after Johto, and then after that, yeah, Hoenn, and then after Hoenn, I kind of just fell off, especially when they changed the dub voice actors. That's when I was just kind of like turned off from it or whatever. But now, Pokemon, get ready for this, guys. If in case you didn't read the title, Ash is going to be going to school. So they're turning Pokemon into, which it was already Pokemon, it is what it is or whatever. It had its own generic formula to begin with, but it's basically becoming a generic school anime in a way. And I'm like, what? First of all, you know they're not going to age Ash or anything like that. It's not like he's going to be, you know, in high school or something like that. He's more than likely going to continue to be a 10-year-old, which means he's going to be like probably, I want to say, what, 5th grade, maybe 6th grade, something along the lines of that. So Ash is still going to be a little ass kid. And school? Like, Pokemon going to school, one of the things that I think all of us really love about Pokemon is the journey and going to the gyms and seeing what Ash gets and all the new legendaries and stuff like that. How are they going to do movies? How are they going to market this with it being in a school setting? I'm imagining there's a possibility that the Sun and Moon series will not last that long, especially if this doesn't work well and people aren't really into it. It could flop big time. And also, I'm kind of curious how the games are going to be. Are there going to be gyms in the new Sun and Moon games, or is it going to be like you're in a school setting with gyms? Like, how's that going to work? But let's read the press release. This year's October issue of Shogakukan's Koro Koro Comics magazine is revealing on Thursday that the Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon Nintendo 3DS games are inspiring a new Pokemon Sun and Moon television anime series that will premiere on TV Tokyo and its affiliated stations in Japan in November. The announcement states that the anime will feature new Pokemon and new characters, and in the story, Satoshi, aka Ash, will encounter Kapu Kokeko, a god who protects the Alola region. The announcement also reveals that Ash will go to school in this series, and the series will follow his school activities as he aims to graduate. The issue also reveals a key visual for the new series, which, let's talk about that key visual real quick. So seeing this image, for starters, Ash looks really ridiculous and stupid, and of course he doesn't look really any older, so more than likely, again, because he's eternally 10, he's gonna be 10, but he just looks like, what the heck is going on with him? I mean, school must really be inspiring him. I'm curious if he's gonna wear a school uniform, or if that outfit in the scan is gonna be what he wears for this region, I guess. It's hard to really even call it. Like, I mean, it's a new region, there's gonna be new Pokemon and all that shit, but he's going to school now. Like, what the hell? And then Pikachu looks like he's trying to be a gangster or some shit with his hand in the air, like, bitch, please, like, what's going on there? Charizard, at first when I saw it, I thought he had a tie on. I was like, what, Charizard's gonna be a teacher or something, Sensei Charizard? But it looks like he has a fucking strap attached to him so somebody could ride him. I don't know if that's something that's been common and already happened in the Pokemon anime or in the Pokemon world in general. So yeah, I mean, looking at the scan, it looks typical, but Ash does look really ridiculous. Pikachu looks weird, and it looks like this is potentially gonna be a more mainstream version of the Orange Islands. That's what I'm hoping for, because again, if they're gonna revamp Pokemon this large to have him going to school, and from what I understand as well, it's not gonna be gyms or anything like that, this is a radical departure. And again, if it blows up in their faces, they're gonna immediately run. They're gonna abandon Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, like especially once the games is out and shit like that. They made their money off the games. They're gonna say, yo, we're done with this series and we're jumping to the next one because of this bombs. They're gonna feel it. They're really gonna feel it. But let me know what you guys think about this highly controversial topic regarding Pokemon doing this humongous revamp. Do you think it's gonna fail? Do you think it's gonna be a success? How do you think it's gonna go? And are you interested or intrigued about this, or you just think it's like Pokemon going even worse? I mean, for me, Pokemon hasn't been the same, of course, since the beginning, and then after, like, you know, the Hoenn region, I just really lost interest. But do you think that this could possibly be a good move for Pokemon? Maybe, you know, them changing it up would be a move in the right direction. The one good thing would have been if they aged Ash, but he's more than likely gonna be 10, and even though he's going through classes and shit trying to graduate, more than likely they're not even gonna allow him to age. But then again, if he's going to school and shit like that, after they messed up big time having him lose in the Kalos region, at least they could potentially give him a win in this, right? Let the motherfucker graduate. And your overall thoughts of all this? It's crazy to hear this big Pokemon news, like 20 years and now they're doing a huge change. It's insane. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.